By the time the weekend ended, it was the deadliest the United States had ever seen. Around 10 a.m. on Saturday morning, as parents took excited children to Walmart ready to buy school supplies, a gunman opened fire, first in the parking lot and then inside Walmart itself, and he was rebelling against the Hispanic invasion of the U.S. Nor was that enough during America's weekend of terror. Across the country in Dayton, Ohio, hundreds of people milled around a bar in a district known for its nightlife. After 1 in the morning, a white man in his early 20s, armed with hundreds of rounds of explosives, opened fire on people on the street before trying to get into the bar itself. In about 30 dreadful seconds, he shot 9 people and injured 15. After 30 seconds, police in the area responded and shot him. One of the dead was his own sister, a fact that has particularly baffled those who have been investigating the matter. In 2019 alone, 334 mass shootings have occurred. In these shootings, 1,347 people were injured and 377 died, for a total of 1,684 victims. Surprisingly, all of these attacks were carried out by white nationalists. And instead of banning arms sale, the law was modified to make it easier for people to buy more and more guns.
Our Black Friday sales this year were probably around 70% higher than last year's sales.
It is odd to see Americans go through what Pakistanis have already endured. The memory of the dark winter day when the Army public school was attacked, leaving young bodies and exercise books littered all over the place, is one that continues to haunt the country. Then there were the losses of so many valiant leaders, from Benazir Bhutto and Salman Taseer to many more who had to contend with the same sort of extremism, albeit presented in a religious garb. Many weekends of mourning and of certainty, of blocked mobile phone signals and banned YouTube, postponed wedding celebrations, cancelled exams and so much more, came with the fight against the Pakistani Taliban. It is clear that the U.S. is on the cusp of a race war. The war on terror that it imposed on others, that it used to justify the killing of hundreds of thousands of people, has now turned inwards and is greedily claiming American lives. So deep is the division that the two sides have become calcified in their positions. The white supremacists see everyone who is not white, and even those whites who are not white supremacists, as a threat, as unpatriotic and worthy of being killed. Those committed to tolerance and racial harmony watch aghast, unable to react in time, unable to accept that people they have known can transform so suddenly, so unexpectedly, into racist monsters. Like the young men attracted to extremist religious ideology in Pakistan, America's terrorists are young white men who seem unsure of their direction in life, left out of the artificial intelligence and automation-led economy in which immigrants and others seem to thrive. They have support from the top. President Donald Trump has been lauded by white supremacists that celebrate his every racist remark, and feel that he is entirely in step with their project of making America a white country. Their zeal, their inability to feel any compassion for their victims, their failure to see through their own ragged logic, are reminiscent of the characteristics of the extremist mindset that Pakistanis know well. The Trump administration's inability to act, its shadow support for those known to have racist and white supremacist views, are like Pakistani administrations past that seemed not quite sure, or were willfully blind to the danger posed by extremists. This week Pakistan is mired in its own crisis and is hardly in a position to offer up advice. In its own moment of uncertainty, as it confronts the evil imposed on innocent Kashmiris by an overreaching Indian state, it can take some comfort in the knowledge that those who perpetuate evil eventually become tainted with it themselves.
Voice of the Nation.